St. Louis online coaches. Not every high ticket coaching sale needs a complex funnel. Surprised? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how I created an offer that personally started 33 high ticket sales conversations for my own agency in 7 days without techie funnels. If you want to see the full jam packed training that goes more in depth and shows you what high performing creative you can plug into your offer, comment depth and I'll DM you that recording. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Miles Minar, and I'm the social media marketing partner that helps good online coaches, experts, and consultants. Let's skip the lingo, the marketing jargon, and learn how to reach your ideal client so you can transform their lives. I'm about to show you how I kicked off 33 high ticket sales conversations in 7 days without a techie funnel. So let's jump into this. I'm going to go picture in picture here, get a little whiteboard session going, a little bit of fun. This is a technique that I learned from some mentors of mine, Ayrton Sudholz and Laurel Portier. It's called a momentum offer, and it really does work. And it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, you can probably implement this in the next 30 to 60 minutes, and you can start your own sales conversations, start getting money into your business, which is always great. But to start, you need to create an offer that you're going to sell. And there are 5 major components or elements of the momentum offer that will make it shine. That will really get people to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in what you're selling. Okay. So to start, you want to get really clear on your target audience. And when I say target audience, I don't mean women. That is pretty broad. The way that you talk to a 20-year-old woman is probably a lot different than the way that you talk to an 80-year-old woman. So how can you get even clearer on how you're talking to your target audience? Maybe it's women over 60 that have gone through menopause. Maybe it's women over 60 that have gone through menopause and they're starting their own online business. Do you see how just from adding a couple qualifiers, you start to talk to them a little differently because you can get more pointed in what their pains, what they're going through. You can really start to talk to those points. Number 2, we're looking at measurable outcomes and on what timeline. And what I mean by this is that a lot of people will say, hey, we're an online coach. We're going to offer you 10 coaching sessions. That's a deal, right? I mean, that's a discount. I don't think that's a deal because that is not clear what you're getting. That is something that you're offering. That is a deliverable, but that is not an outcome. So your clients, your coaching clients don't want coaching sessions. I don't know very many people who are like, I need a coach. They want the outcome that they get from that coach. For example, you could say, I'll help you transform your leadership team in 3 jam-packed coaching sessions. I think you could even get more measurable. Maybe we get more measurable with that. Maybe it's I'll help you increase team productivity by 10% after 3 coaching workshops. Do you see how that becomes very, very measurable? Your client is going to say, wow, I'm going to increase productivity 10%. Yeah, I want that compared to I'll give you three coaching sessions. Next, we're going to go into pain points. These are your clients' pain points. These are the things that keep them up at night. These are the things that your solution is going to make them feel better, whatever that might be. Maybe they have inconsistent lead flow and you know how to get leads flowing into their business. Maybe they're posting content daily and they're not getting any results. Maybe you know how to, maybe you're a social media consultant. Maybe you know how to make social media work for those clients. Maybe they're wearing too many hats and you can just take something off their plate. Okay, these are pain points, things that are keeping them up at night. And we really want to get clear on what those customer pain points are so that we can write to them later on. Number 4, on the opposite side of pain points are the benefits of working with you. We love benefits. Everybody loves benefits. These are things that they get. That's awesome working with you. If maybe you offer a total done for you service so they can focus their attention to other high priority tasks so they can stay in their zone of genius. That is a benefit. Maybe you're creating clear, actionable strategy for a client. That's a benefit. They don't have to spend all of this time educating themselves how to create a strategy. You've done that for them. They can stay in their zone of genius again. And then number 5, we're going to go into success stories. Now, this is something that really does fast track success. If you have really powerful testimonials of people going through your service, it's going to do well. It's really going to make this offer shine. When we take all 5 of these, we put them together, we're going to create a really powerful momentum offer. And I call it a momentum offer because it's a way to make some quick cash. It's not a big lift on your end. And people, they'll raise their hands. They'll say, hey, I'm interested in working with you. So how do we put this all together? We are going to call out your target audience. And then we're going to say, if I offered, hey, we'll go with the example of a hair salon. Okay. One of my clients right now is a hair salon. They're offering post-grad education to hairstylists who just graduated hair school or beauty school, whatever you want to call it. So they are like just into the hair business. They just graduated. What they are offering is post-grad education so they can become independent stylists earning six figures in 12 months. That's the goal, okay? So with that in mind, their target audience is someone local. We're in St. Louis, so St. Louis hairstylists who just graduated beauty school. If you're looking to, or you could say something like, if I offered to, and then you hit them with this measurable outcome. If I offered to show you the system to become an independent stylist earning six-figure salary in 12 months, would you take me up on that? So we just called out the target audience, presented them with the outcome and a timeline. What we do from there is we say, we're going to pick at these pain points. Okay. We're going to say, ooh, you don't have to, without, and I like to do 3 different pain points. Those could be something like in this example, without having to learn everything yourself, without having to work for years to get to six figures, without having to go only off commission. Those are pain points that new beauty school grads are having. And then we go into benefits. Usually it's something like, we are offering our service so that you can XYZ. In this example, it's like, so that you can learn from world-class educators. Surround yourself with an amazing community of hairstylists who want to see you grow. Whatever a third one might be, you start to get the idea of what that looks like within your own momentum offer. And then you can do a success story. If you have, let's say someone has gone through that program, they say, hey, just ask Sammy. She earned $143,000 in her first year after going through our program. Do you see how that becomes really powerful for your clients to go, oh my gosh, they really got the outcome. They got the promise that we made, that you made. So that is powerful. And then you end it with a call to action of some sort. Now, there's a lot to do there, but I'm going to show you an example, live example here. We're almost at our 10-minute mark, so I'll try and keep it short. And I'm going to get my highlighter out. We'll see what color I can get it here. Attention, corporate leaders and executive teams. Look at that. That's a call out. Okay. That's your target audience, corporate leaders and executive teams. What if your leadership team could gain strategic clarity, stronger collaboration, and the internal systems needed for lasting high performance through neuroscience-based leadership development, experience tailored to your exact culture, challenges, and goals? So you have a measurable outcome. Then we get into your pain points. No more unclear direction, slowing your teams down. No more disengaged leaders lacking confidence or alignment. No more stop-start training programs that fail to create real change. Okay, there's a little transition before we get into our benefits so that you can align leadership around clear, actionable priorities, build emotionally intelligent teams with lasting systems and habits, create a performance-driven culture that retains top talent and drives measurable results. See, though, we have our target audience, we have our measurable outcome, we have our pain points, we have our benefits, and then right here, almost forgot, just ask dialect imports. Right there, we have a success story. Oops. And then a call to action at the end. In this one specifically, this is one of our actual clients. This one generated like 3 clients overnight. 3 people raised their hands, said, hey, I'm interested in your leadership development program. Overnight, we spent $10 and I think 80 cents. And 3 people said, hey, I'm interested. That is the kind of power that this system can do for you. So if you want to see the full jam-packed training that goes more in depth and shows you what high-performing creative you can plug into your offer, comment depth and I'll DM you that recording.